All right. Welcome to Raw Dogs Radio. I know it's been a while. I'm going to continue my sports coverage starting Monday, now that the Browns are doing something worth talking about. But right now, what I really want to talk about is the Shannon Sharpe situation between him and Skip Bayless. Now, let's understand something here. All right, let's understand the dynamic between these two characters. Skip Bayless he's of course the sports reporter that never played a down of professional sports in his life. So he's pretty much more so of a fan writing about sports topics. He is more so akin to take the side of the fans when it comes to the argument. Whereas Shannon Sharpe is more so akin to, of course, the former athlete, former player, Hall of Fame player that has friends in different sports in high arenas and whatnot. So he's more of an insider, not just as far as playing ability, skill, and experience, but also in social life. So they kind of butt heads, and it works. It works for what it's worth. But lately, things have kind of been sliding out of control. Excuse me. So we're going to take a deep dive into this and examine exactly where this went wrong. So here's the situation here. So for Skip Bayless, three things really trigger him. That's Tom Brady, Baker Mayfield, and the Dallas Cowboys. He will defend them to the end. His defense on Baker Mayfield is a broken record, as it is for Tom Brady. And the Cowboys, of course, is like any other fan that refuses to seriously see the negative aspects and sides of their team. All right. And Shannon liked to play off of that. And for a while, it worked. It worked for years until it started getting personal. And we can break down where it got personal. And we're also going to take a look at also the business side of it for ESPN, to where they were like, you know what? We can't do this anymore. This is starting to become a risk. So let's sit back and go through this and start where it started to go bad.
Stay on point on questions.
You never stay on point.
Okay, I'm about to stay on point.
You're not going to get on point until I'm done talking.
Okay, all right.
Of course, this is 3 minutes and 52 seconds into an 8-minute and 13-second video, because a lot of this is just basic theatrics for the show. But the thing about it is that when you have a person whose position never ever changes, and you go through this with them, every time a certain subject is brought up, it eventually becomes a sore spot. It's almost like for women, the sore spot would be about the toilet seat, all right? And for the men, it would be about the underwear on the floor, all right? The underwear on the floor, or the messy sink, or something like that. Something about a woman that she does that will eventually irritate a man, and vice versa. It eventually becomes that, to where the flaws of the partner's character start to wear and tear on you, especially when they get to be a bit insulting about it.
That's right.
Spew all your hate.
I'm going to spew it
your
all.
Baker hate. Spew it. Looks sillier than any man in the history of the world has made you look.
If he making me look silly now.
Six
If
straight
he making
years.
me looking silly now.
He will.
making me looking silly?
I need it. I need you to tell me.
I said he was terrible. I said he was terrible yesterday. He was terrible for the first 6 weeks.
Is he washed?
You see it.
Is it time to go home?
It's been that time.
I think it's my turn.
You know,
I let you spew all your baloney to start the show. I didn't say a freaking word. It's not. Okay, here we go. It is my turn.
He still lost. Take the rest of the show.
Okay.
He still lost.
So
17.8, because all you talk about, you're uncertain about Justin Herbert, but you get on the floor for this clown. He's a bum. He's trash, and you know it. And every time you bring him up, I'm going to let the world know exactly what he is.
Oh, he's a 4 Twitter followers.
Don't worry. Go ahead.
No, it's not.
No. I'm not gonna go. Can you doing this? I'm trying to talk to you. Go ahead.
Seriously?
Yep.
Okay, I'll take it. It is my turn now. And here's what really happened last night.
He talked about he wanted to get Skip. He chose to team up with the flakiest guy, Kyrie Flaky and Grandma's Biscuits.
Flakier than Grandma's Biscuits. At any rate, the thing about it is that with Skip, when he vehemently defends Tom Brady, Baker Mayfield, the Cowboys, he tries to come off as genuine, but he really doesn't. It really comes off as rehearsed, shill-like, fanboy garbage. You can't take him seriously. Because it's like he's almost logical up until he gets to those three players or those three scenarios, those two players in that team, and then suddenly he becomes illogical. It's almost like talking to somebody about religion. Religion or politics. They become illogical. They fall apart. But I don't think it is genuine. I think it's just for show, or it's possibly for show. For show.
He chose to team up with him. You talk about culture, and I'm going to continue to go.
All right.
He's 187.
Tell me when it's my turn.
It's not your turn.
Okay.
He's football focus got it graded 37%.
Blah, blah, blah.
Okay, go ahead.
Blah, blah, blah. You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Thank you. Whew, finally. All right.
Blah, blah, blah. What you do. every time I call something into question, I'm.
All right, so I think right here, this is where it started to become the beginning of the end. Because this is when Skip had insulted Shannon Sharpe, and that was really crossing the line. I think at that point, I think Shannon lost a lot of respect for Skip and began to see him for what he really was, which was really just basically an opportunist. Because if it wasn't for Skip, Shannon would have never been on ESPN debating Skip. And when Skip left for Fox Sports 1, Shannon, of course, was pretty much a free agent. So he like, hey, come do the show with me. And from what I'm understanding, over a period of time, Shannon Sharpe was under the auspices that they were 50-50 partners on the show. And there were certain topics that Shannon wanted to talk about, but were vetoed down or shot down by Skip. And eventually that started to wear on him because he realized that not only was he not getting respected in the producer's room, but he also was he wound up getting disrespected live on the air. And I think, and as I said, I think that was the beginning of the end for him personally. And at that time, he began looking for a way out because a lot of people said, hey, yeah, it's time for you to leave the show, bro.
Jealous.
No,
Skip, I did what
I never said you were jealous of Baker Mayfield.
Skip, I did what I did. You make it seem like I was a bum. I'm in the effing Hall of Fame.
Okay,
I got 3 Super Bowls.
So what?
So what?
He's way better than you were.
I'm better than you.
Better.
Skip, what I got to see what you do? No,
I'm
you
going to keep it on the game.
Every time I'm going to interrupt you like you did me. Go ahead.
All right, well, let's go to the next topic.
Okay, then. Let's go.
All right.
Because you ain't going to do it. You will let me talk like I let you talk.
I let you talk for
No, you
8 freaking minutes.
All you do is go back to talk about 2016. You talk about the 11 games. You never stay on
trying to talk about.
He's talking about, of course, as you can see, Baker Mayfield. Again, he talks about Baker Mayfield's rookie season and his first year with Kevin Stefanski, where they won 11 games and beat the Steelers in the playoffs. That's the only thing that Skip can talk about. It's the only thing he can talk about Baker Mayfield, a quarterback that was he's on 4 teams in less than a calendar year. On his 14 in less than a calendar year.
Yesterday. Do I get to talk about yesterday?
When I tried to talk about you, hold on.
Whew.
And every time I turn around, Bronco Country, let's ride. Bruh, the car broke down. You not riding, you walking. So how the hell you gonna talk about let's ride? Your car broke down. Either you out of gas or the car need repaired. But Russell Wilson has got to play better. You take personal shots.
No, I don't take personal shots. You started it.
Time out. You would take a personal shot at me.
I didn't take a personal shot at you.
Wait a minute.
What are you talking about?
You would take a personal.
Put your glasses back on.
Let me explain something about this whole glasses situation because I'm going to bag it up. Because I want you to understand something here. All right. As a black man, I'm gonna tell you right now. All right, just like there are telltale signs that violence is getting ready to ensue. When Shannon took his glasses off, he was serious, and it got to a point where, well, it reached a point where he no longer was being an entertainer. He felt that Skip had completely disrespected him, and he did by trying to compare him to Tom Brady. They both played two very incredibly different positions. There's no tight end in the history of the NFL that played 20 years at a high level because of the beating, the wear and tear on your body. That was ridiculous. That was such a ridiculous comparison. And also understand that Tom Brady is not the whole team. And if you know anything about what the NFL has done ever since Pete Rozelle was the commissioner, you understand that the NFL has really evolved into an entertainment league to the point where the Super Bowl champion has already been scripted out. How you get there is the entertaining part. Well, it's already been scripted out. But outside of that, Skip took a shot, and it really rubbed Shannon the wrong way, as well as it should. And it got to a point where Shannon was he was on the verge of violence. He was on the verge of violence. And I think Skip realized that and called himself trying to defuse the situation, but it didn't help. But luckily, Shannon has a lot more self-control than a lot of people gave him credit for. Let's rewatch that.
Wait a minute.
What are you talking about?
You would take a
Let's back it up.
Gas or the car need repairing, but Russell Wilson has got to play better. You take.
All right, so again, here we are at the disrespectful part and how it played out.
Personal shots.
No, I don't take personal shots. You started it.
Time out. You would take a personal shot at me.
I didn't take a personal shot at you.
Wait a minute.
What are you talking about?
You would take a personal.
Put your glasses back on.
Can I finish? I see a water bottle. They're like, this. I'm like, man, with this free? Yeah, you go to Costco. It's free to sample. Be the sample. That joker was free. Ain't nobody want it.
Did Sam Darnold win a playoff game? I don't think he ever won a playoff game. Did he?
How you not want?
Did Carson Wentz ever win a playoff
I'm trying to figure out how somebody didn't want the #1 overall draft pick from just 4 years ago. How bad must you be? There's nothing wrong with Tom Brady. Let me get you a record.
Okay, I'm on record. I think that's been going on for about 5 years.
No. Had it become public. Remember, video changes everything. When things become public knowledge, it changes everything. So now I want to get you a record. Is there anything going on with Tom Brady? Yes or no?
I don't know.
Now you don't know.
Neither do you.
Now you don't know.
Neither do you.
Now you don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you don't know.
So I'm going to remind you that double mug.
Get the tight end. Ross! The tight end. Jesus. Come on. Get it.
Oh.
Ross? What is that? You're willing to take a personal shot at me to say this man is better than me because I say he's playing bad this year?
Well, because you just
Go ahead.
You disrespect him. It's just so. You know what? It's beneath your dignity.
You would disrespect me to support him.
No, well, I'll support him over anybody because he's the greatest player who ever played your game, and it's by far.
Have at it.
Okay,
Take off,
I'm going to have at it because I'm going to have at you.
So you had the start of that there. You had the start of the downfall there. To where now for Fox Sports 1, I mean, they saw that as great ratings. Like they were genuinely arguing, especially Shannon. So they probably just kind of wrote that off. But then comes the part where Shannon, outside of the network, where he was at a game, okay, between the Lakers and the Memphis, whatever they are. I'm not a basketball guy. Memphis Grizzlies. Now, from what I understand, because do understand, I don't watch Skip and Shannon or Shannon and Skip. Undisputed like that. The only time I really watch them is during football season, and that's only if they're talking about something outside of Baker, Brady, and the Cowboys, because I like to hear their thoughts on it. Like, let me get y'all guys' opinion. What do y'all think? Especially Skip. I'm sorry, especially Shannon. Excuse me, because Shannon's the one that played. All right, he played. He knows the ins and outs of the game. He probably has a general idea of what people inside that arena are thinking, what's going on in the locker room, because he's been there a few times before. But from what I understand, he's a huge LeBron fan for some reason. I don't know. He's a LeBron stan, which is not good. Which is not good because, I mean, as a former first player who's been in the arena, you've been in the spotlight, you're in the Hall of Fame. You should understand that people like that would rather be treated as a normal human being. But for some reason, Shannon didn't do that, and it wound up becoming a problem one night when the Grizzlies played the Lakers, and this is what happened.
49.
Because do understand at this point, this is where Fox Sports 1 realized, okay, we need to pay attention to what's going on with Shannon Sharpe and his off the field situation.
And hi again, everyone, with Mark Jackson, Mike Breen on hand. We'll check in with Malika in just a moment. Never a dull moment in the NBA, because after the buzzer sounded, there was a little bit of an incident here courtside at the Crypto.com arena. Dylan Brooks was having words with Shannon Sharpe, Hall of Famer and broadcast.
And you see Steven Adams comes over to protect his guy along with the supporting cast, and then Shannon Sharpe.
Wow, look at this. Like, they're really trying to hold this guy back. Look at John Morant, his goofy smile, but they're really trying to hold this guy back and get Shannon Sharpe off the court, because I'm trying to figure out, Shannon, exactly what is it that drove you to get into it? You're on the court arguing with NBA players. For what? Let's take it back to the beginning. For what? What are you arguing about?
Steven Adams comes over.
And this guy right here,
his guy.
This guy, look, this guy right here with the glasses, this poor guy. I don't know what he's trying to do, but he's trying to hold back this freaking mountain of a man. And he is doing a painfully poor job at it. If this guy wanted to plow right through him, he could. Watch this.
Supporting cast, and then Shannon Sharpe.
He went right
talking
through that guy.
And T. Morant, John Morant's dad, comes over.
And now this is John Morant's dad. I mean, if you want to call him that. With all of the drama, of course, going on with John Morant and his upbringing. But it's like, why are you guys arguing? Shannon Sharpe, what is it exactly that you had to say to him or about the player, and now you're arguing with John Morant's dad? What are you doing? See, here's John Morant's dad right here to the right. I backed it up. Here's his dad right here to the right. All right. So his dad is saying something to Shannon Sharpe.
Supporting cast. And
all right. I guess
Shannon
he's telling him to chill
still
out, and somebody's pulling him back.
And T. Morant,
and now these
John
two are
Morant's
arguing.
dad comes over, had an opportunity to talk to T. Morant, and he said, my blood pressure didn't go up a bit. Nothing but love and respect for Shannon Sharpe. It's a bunch of guys talking a bunch of trash.
Right. It's like, why? I understand you want to trash talk, but at some point, maybe it's the Hennessy talking, but at some point you got to be like, especially when all of a sudden dude come up, be like, what'd you say? And like, you're just a fan. Okay. You're just voicing your displeasure. That's be like, whoa, bro. I'm not trying to start no, I'm just talking shit. I'm just talking shit, bro. Relax. I'm just talking shit. Don't worry about it. And the guy be like, oh, okay, cool. Because they understand, you pay your money, you want to vent your frustration, but don't be throwing personal insults and whatnot, especially when you're somebody of Shannon Sharpe's ilk, because it comes back on you. It reverberates on you. You see, this became a big old thing.
just silly. I mean, for it to get like that here at an NBA game. Apologize for a little technical difficulties. So,
Thanks for watching.
So that became a situation. And I'm like, what the heck is going on here? Now, keep in mind, I remember that happening, but I didn't know that it was at that level. So, because I remember seeing the pictures, but I don't necessarily remember seeing the video. I did not know it was that bad. Now, Kwame Brown, as you know, he used to play basketball. He decided to speak about Shannon Sharpe and why he was leaving Undisputed. Now, keep in mind, Kwame Brown, former basketball player, he just retired not too long ago. So he still has his connections and everything. And he's an insider. So he has more insider information than the average person. And his opinion on the whole situation boiled down to this.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
And for the record, yes, Shannon Sharpe did apologize for what happened at the Memphis versus LA game, the Grizzlies Lakers game. He did apologize for that when he returned on the air. He apologized for his actions. He said it was unbecoming. He just got caught up in the moment. Blase, blase, blase. And we can understand that. I mean, it happens. And he owned up to it. He took accountability. Nobody's perfect. You're going to have those moments. But, you know, I mean, still, for a corporation, it's a bad look. For a corporation, it's a bad look. For your person as a brand, it's a bad look. And eventually, you're going to have to recover from that. But here was Kwame's opinion about the situation.
Oh, my goodness. LeBron, they ain't protect this boy. You were about to lose your job. You know what? I'm not going to celebrate no man losing their job. I don't think he lost his job. I think he is going to pump up Club Shay Shay. I think he's going to get another job. Yeah, but he definitely lost the Undisputed job. I think he lost the Undisputed job because of trying to beat up Ja Morant, father, and the whole Memphis Grizzlies. I think they launched an investigation. And during the launch of this investigation, they figured that Shannon Sharpe is a fanboy. And they took my instructions and what I said was going to happen. I think they took that to heart. I said Shannon Sharpe was going to beat somebody half to death over LeBron next year. I sure did. I said Shannon Sharpe was going to beat somebody half to death over LeBron next year. I predicted that. And I think the folks that hired him say, you know what? I think he's right.
I'm laughing.
After goddamn Cino, the black hole, and we're going to have Cino join the panel, man, because there's been speculation that the black hole and the bus got Shannon Sharpe out of there, but we didn't do nothing. All we did, and
look at me, please kiss me. Because I had no idea Shannon Sharpe was such a stand for LeBron James. Like, come on, dude. Like, I was born and raised in Cleveland. When the Cavs drafted him, was calling him King James. I thought that was ridiculous. Like, geez, relax. The dude's just a basketball player.
This wasn't me. This just showed a behavior that this guy is not an.
I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. He's also a father and husband and a business man and entrepreneur. I get all of that. But all of that was built off the back of him being a basketball player.
Analyst. He's a fanboy. And I think there's supposed to be a level of integrity when you do what he was doing. You cannot, it's definitely your fault. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. And see, now he can be an actual fan. He can come down here with everybody else and be an actual fan. He can wear LeBron James jerseys every day. He can buy his ticket to the game still. And, he got more time that he can spend with LeBron. KB, they waited till he got home to let him go. That 8 would have tore up the office.
Okay, that was very racist. Why would you call another brother an 8? That's not funny. That's not funny.
So you mean to tell me they ain't even tell him to his face? They go, woo, that hurt. They wait till he got home, then let him go. That 8 would have tore up the office. You think he would have tore up the office? I think his stylist would have been helping him tear up that guy's office. Whoever that stylist is got his back. He be watching his back. I mean, he's always behind him. He really got his back. He's looking at his back. He's tailoring his back. He's watching his back. He's looking and filming his back. Hey, I don't think you can fool Shannon without that stylist getting his back. I'm just saying. When you lose your job, blame Kwame Brown. Why did this happen? Why did do something for 2-something seem like he might be doing something after 2-something? Why did he step down, lose his job, whatever, allegedly? I think it's because of the fight and the fanboying. You can't be a celebrity and a fanboy. I mean, you can't be an analyst and a fanboy. Bud Light, slow down. Bud Light, take the wheel. Hold up. You cannot be an analyst and a fanboy. It's going to make you have it's going to make you have biased takes. It's going to make you be emotional. It's going to make you say and do things you shouldn't say. You should not bring your personal fan love affair to a professional situation. Yeah, he got more times for Black and Miles and Yak. Hey, he don't drink no damn Black and Miles. He don't drink no Yak. He'll sip a little bit, but think about it, Kwame. LeBron retiring soon. Hold on. Think about it, Kwame, KB, LeBron.
I know it's very painful. It's very painful listening with him repeating himself and taking his time. But I mean, there's a couple of nuggets in there.
LeBron retiring soon. What he left to talk about, they have no use for him. Exactly. LeBron may be retiring this year, now that Shannon stepped down. But if it's one more year, and now that he's exposed, he's talking about a damn tweet. He's talking about a tweet from LeBron instead of talking about Jimmy Butler, instead of talking about Denver Nuggets, instead of talking about the NBA Finals. He's talking about a damn tweet. I told y'all they get paid to just talk about LeBron. But yeah, man, this man is crazy. Why would he bring up a tweet from LeBron? Who the hell cares? We're chilling. We watching the final. Jimmy Butler, Jimmy Buckets. And we got a white guy that jumped 2 inches off the ground, but he goddamn get bucket. They set Shannon up and wanted him out. That is why his segment was on you. They knew he was going to react, and they knew you were going to respond. Damn, Shannon, they got the two black guys to go against each other. Shannon, look, how you feel now that you called me a 7-foot farmer on that white boy station, and then they kicked your ass out right after that? How you feel now, Shannon? You calling me a 7-foot farmer. Now we don't know.
All right, that's enough of that crap. But when you look at the numbers for Shannon Sharpe's YouTube channel, right? These are his popular vids. He's not doing too bad. This is where he had Steve Harvey on. He had 5.5 million views. Chad Johnson, 5 million views. Deion Sanders, 4.4. Cedric the Entertainer, 3.6. And then you come all the way down here to the bottom. All right. You're at 391 here. Warren Sapp ranks Dwayne The Rock Johnson's football skills. That's 391,000 views. All right. I'm just scrolling down. All right. Let's see. Gang members forced Master P to remove his shirt while selling his CDs. That's 284,000 views. Do understand that Shannon Sharpe gets more views on Club Shay Shay, which is now separate from Fox Sports 1 because they let him keep this. They let him walk away with this. And I mean, look, Shannon Sharpe is clearly doing better, not only better numbers than Undisputed, the TV show, but definitely better numbers than a lot of YouTube streamers. All right, and he's been doing this for years. Look, this was 2 years ago. Travis Kelce wears number 87 to honor his brother Jason. That's 180 views, 180,000 views. That's better than a lot of YouTube streamers. But do understand that for Shannon Sharpe, this isn't about money. All right, this isn't about money. Shannon Sharpe just loves to talk. He loves to tell stories. He loves to interview people and get them to tell their stories. This is not a money thing for him. This is not an attention thing for him. This is just, hey, look, here's a peek behind the curtain. Here's a peek behind the curtain. All right, so not every video pops, of course. Here's one last month. Bill Cosby, Muhammad Ali's influence on Steve Harvey, and Steve crying at the first time on comedy stage. It's only got 83,000 views. I mean, please, for those of you who are into subscriber supremacy and viewer supremacy and needing YouTube to survive and whatnot, you kill for the 83,000 views. Let's not play. All right. Magic Johnson. Let's see. Snoop Dogg on the importance of Deion Sanders coaching in the HBCU. Episode 3. That's 66K views. Okay. Drewski shoots his shot at Ice Spice. At the end of the day, I'm the prize. 66,000 views. Guys people love this stuff. People love this stuff. It's going all the way down. All the way down. Look, there's 54 views, 54,000 views. Sterling Sharpe makes a case for why he should be in the Hall of Fame. 54,000 views. So trust me, the draw is Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe is the draw. He's got a nice little gimmick going, a nice little niche with Club Shay Shay. Call it what you want to. But he's got a nice little niche going. He's doing all right. He's doing all right. He's okay. So, but the thing about it is that, in all honesty, the whole format between Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless, it had run its course. It run its course. It's done. It's such a tired old thing to do. I don't even know why people still are still trying to do it. I would say it would probably be done by the end of the year. I heard where they said that probably the best thing to do would be to move Skip Bayless to Colin Cowherd's set and put him on the couch, where they normally sit the guests. Like, just sit Skip Bayless there and let them play off of each other. Move them to the 9:30 to 12 o'clock slot. All right, give Give them a different time. Give them the old undisputed time slot. Give them the hours. And just let them two feed off of each other. That would be good TV. That's what people are saying. And personally, I think that would work. But overall, hey, it was just time for Shannon to move on. It was time for Shannon to move on. Respect was lost. The format was getting old. It was getting tired. After 7 years, and it's just time to move on. It's just like with Greeny and Golick. Eventually, you have to shake it up. You have to shake it up and try something different. And wish each other Godspeed and good luck. So that's it. There's my feelings on that. So let me know below in your comments. Let me know what you think about the whole situation. And we'll respond in kind, and we will go from there. Peace and blessings, everyone. Be safe out there. Remember, de-escalate, not instigate.